Hello, internet friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay. If you're new here, hey, what up? Happy to have you. Today's video is about feeling overwhelmed and avoiding burnout. And someone was asking about this as related to the INTJ perspective. And let me tell you, the feeling of being overwhelmed is something I can so closely relate to. It is something that has kept me up many, many nights because I have had this innate need to control the outcome the way that I see fit. That is an NI thing. Everyone can do everything, but I feel you. So, person in their question mentioned the ability to indulge in your shadow functions, but cutting them off at a certain point in order to maintain a healthier mental state. And basically what they're saying is, I feel as though if you just overwork your saviors, you may get this burnout, overwhelmed feeling, and you need to integrate some of the other stuff too, right? Which I completely agree with. Now, the problem is with this is that we are all programmed to double down on our savior function. So for myself, that's NITE, I think for the subscriber as well. And so what we tend to do is just want to predict the outcome, work on getting the pieces together, the logical solution, making it happen, the master planners, right? The archetype. We just want to create the outcome the way that we see fit. But when you hold that responsibility consistently over your life, and sometimes multiple areas, it does get overwhelming. And now I can already hear you guys complaining, right? No, just do what you're good at. It's just like, really, just do what be your master planner and just, make all the little chess pieces. Okay, that's great for a period of time. However, what's going to happen is what the adults call the midlife crisis, right? At some point, because when you're doubling down on the things that you're good at for so long, there is a tidal wave of balance that the universe requires that is going to come and kick your ass. So what you want to do is start integrating the lesser parts of you in a healthy way more throughout your life. So for me, it is harder to SF. When I'm working on the thing, heck, good luck trying to pull me away from it, okay? I do not want to do the thing. But what I found is that when I am able to just be like, do you know what? I'm going to give myself 4 hours, or I'm going to give myself a day of just doing what I want to do for no other reason than I want to do it. And you give yourself a start time and a stop time. And in the beginning, it feels like hell because your savior functions, they want to be like, no, we're not supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to be working on the plan. We need to, why are we not doing this? And you'll feel like you're actually detoxing from a drug, which is your addiction to your saviors. And it's going to feel hard at first, but you just do it over time and you build the consistency in bringing balance to your own life. So I started doing this about 2 years ago when I really discovered my personality type and discovered that it was not something I did often, was to just hashtag chill and do nothing. No planning, no making the things come together in any kind of way, no practicing of anything, but just chilling without a plan. I started to implement this about 2 years ago, and I would call it either Sleepy Saturday or Sleepy Sunday. Sometimes Sleepy Saturday or Sleepy Sunday was only a half a day, and that was okay. That was enough to allow me just to do whatever the heck I wanted and know that in my mind, I was like, okay, I know I'll be back to the consistency, to the addiction, to the thing that I want to do once this time has passed. And for me, it became such a refreshing experience. I feel like my sense of creativity was restored in so many ways. My sense of feeling and depth was just reharnessed in this new capacity. And I felt healthier as a human on the inside. And I seemed healthier on the outside as well. I didn't seem quite as neurotic as it relates to I have to do the thing. However, recently, I'll be totally honest, I've kind of fallen off the wagon with Sleepy Saturday and Sleepy Sunday because I've been working on some projects that require me to be actually doubling down on my saviors. And just like I thought it was, it's causing me to swing a little bit harder with that balance. Once I know, okay, I can't keep delaying this balanced tidal wave that I know is working up, I need to start integrating this at least once in a while, right? I don't have my 1 week kind of thing anymore, but I need to start integrating this in. And those swings to my other functions will be harder. They will feel more unbalanced in my approach towards them, but at least I'm still getting it done. And at least I'm still avoiding the major tidal wave that could come down the line if I wasn't to do this at all. And so as an INTJ, what does that look like? Well, it looks like I'm not going to worry about being responsible right now. Like, I am very responsible in all these other areas of my life. I'm just going to do what I want to do for myself. I'm just going to do what feels right to me right now. And I'm not going to concern myself with, I mean, definitely concern yourself with the consequences. I'm not saying just like throw them out the window, but say I have assessed the consequences of this and I have deemed them worthy of this, whatever it is. And I think especially for introverts, that feeling of doubling down, your savior is feeling so overwhelmed, it really just pushes us farther and farther back into a hole of just separating ourselves from other humans in the world until we just really become crazy in our dark little caves and we're just like, no, the humans in the light, and I just can't do any of it, right? So in conclusion, my suggestion to you is to have a half a day. Have a whole day if you're able to do so, in which you're able to use your lesser functions. For the INTJs, it's the FI and the SC, and just use them freely on that day. But know that, okay, when it comes to be tomorrow, I'm going to go back to my predictable pattern of how I do things, how I live my life, right? And that will help you inevitably avoid the burnout, avoid that just overwhelming sense of, I feel like the world is closing in on me, and give you a greater sense of peace and balance into your life, which is vital to the human experience. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys got a little bit out of it. For the INTJs and any other type, the same principle applies, and I will see you down in the comments below in the next video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye. We are, as humans, going to go through things